Hey. So my name is Jenny. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. I talk about random things that pop into my head. You don't have to agree with everything that I say, and you're welcome to make comments to such, but I do ask that you keep it civil in the comment section. So today I want to talk about Virginia Duffey and her passing away. And so if you don't know, Virginia Duffey was one of the women who were allegedly victimized by Jeffrey Epstein. And, she was one of the first people to come out about what he was doing. She had a really hard time with this. She went on for years and years and years, and nobody believed her, or nobody seemed to do anything about her claims of the things that he had done to her. And Ghislaine Maxwell as well. She was also instrumental in recruiting these women for Jerry to abuse, and she worked really hard. And if you remember, Epstein had been arrested. First he was arrested in Florida and his charge was prostitution of a minor or something like that. It was minimal. I think he had I don't remember exactly what they called it, but basically he served his time in his house, and then with these, and the girls were labeled as prostitutes, the girls that he was abusing, and that was really not right. And then her and some other women had finally gotten together to testify against him. There was a documentary on, I want to say it was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but a lot of these women shared their experience with him and how it affected them. And there were girls that were having lots of addiction problems and feeling like they wanted to unalive themselves, and just lots of things. And then there was also a girl who basically, he had it set up like almost like a pyramid scheme. So she found a way for him. He was still exploiting her, but she was kind of she was exploiting too. Like, she would bring girls to him and he would pay her to bring new girls to him too. So it was a very complicated, very broad, huge human trafficking, abusive setup that he had. And with Virginia, there's a photograph of her with Prince Andrew, and she said he was one of the people that abused her as well. And of course he denies it, of course, but they did find that the photo was not altered in any way, and it's not a photo of him doing anything to her. They're kind of standing in a hallway. He's got his arm around her or something, and Ghislaine's in that picture as well. But this is making me wonder, like, did she do this because the list has been released, or supposed to be released? And I know there's not a lot of detail on this list, or there's things that have been redacted, I believe. I could be wrong about my facts here. There's so much going on in the news right now. But was that a trigger for her? I don't know. Or is it just to the point where, well, Well, okay, so let me backtrack just a little bit here. You know, Jeffrey was in a prison in New York, or jail in New York State, where he was facing his trial and his sentencing. And he ended up, there's controversy over this. Like, they're saying that somebody unalived him or he unalived himself, you know. But anyway, he's not here to go to trial. And so a lot of these girls feel like they missed their opportunity, like something was taken away for them to get justice. And then with this list coming out, you know, how many people on that list were also perpetrators? You know, I don't know. But do keep in mind this. You know, this is the list is the flight list, the people who were on the flights to the island. He had an island that he called Little Lolita, which is disgusting. I tried listening to the book Lolita one time. I couldn't do it. And the story itself is about an older man who is obsessed over a younger girl. And and this is supposed to be classic writing. I could not listen. I was listening to it when I was commuting back in the day, and I couldn't listen to it. It was just, it was gross. Okay, so yeah, they called that island Little Lolita, and a lot of people went there. It was like a tropical island, and he had a private plane, but I guess, you know, they still had to keep a record of who was on the plane at the time. And lots of famous people went there. Lots of important people went there, you know. And how many of these people were also taking part in these, you know, abuse of these girls. You can't really get that from a list, but, you know, I just wonder if that was the trigger for her, the final thing, or if there were other things building up. You know, this is something we'll probably never know. I mean, what goes on in her head. But I think it's so sad. And the saddest part of it is that she became an advocate. From my understanding, she was an advocate for people who were being exploited and sexually abused, and she's gone. She worked so hard, and I just wanted to just talk about her for a minute, just to let her know that there are people, well, she wouldn't know, but there's people in the world that care. I don't know her, you know, she doesn't know me, but we did hear her story, and there's people that believe her, and for her family and her friends that are mourning for her, I just wanted to put this out to let them know that the world cared. What happened was terrible, and the time that she was actively trying to get her own justice, but also helping other people, didn't go unrecognized. That's what the purpose of this video is for.